Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 3 o'clock news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Cleveland, Mississippi. The autopsy of Demartravion Reed's death has been completed. On Monday, 21-year-old Demartravion, or Trey, Reed was found hanging from a tree on the Delta State University campus. Officials say Reed's death has been ruled a suicide. A coroner with the Boulevard County Coroner's Office said on Monday that based on their preliminary examination, Reed was not suffering from any lacerations, contusions, compound fractures, broken bones, or injuries consistent with assault. All files and investigative material have been turned over to the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office for review, police stated. Now, during a press conference at Delta State on Wednesday, authorities said there is video of the incident that took place on the university's campus. Delta State's Director of Public Safety, Mike Peeler, said, quote, "This is an isolated incident," end quote, adding that there were no current active threats on campus. Attorney Ben Crump, who is representing Reed's family, says the family is seeking a second independent autopsy, which will be funded by the Colin Kaepernick Know Your Rights Camp Autopsy Initiative. And now we turn our attention to the lawsuit President Donald Trump brought against the New York Times, asking for $15 billion, and it has now been struck down by a federal judge. Trump claims he was defamed by the New York Times, 4 reporters of the newspaper, and a Penguin Random House, the book publisher. Now, Judge Stephen Meriday said the ruling today, the complaint in court, cannot be used as a podium to speak at a political rally or simply as a Hyde Park speaker's corner. The judge said Trump's team can refile an amended version of the lawsuit in the next 28 days if they choose. And now we want to turn to NBC's Jay Gray, who has more on the funeral and the procession for Charlie Kirk.
Well, here in the Phoenix area, the mourning and preparation for the memorial of Charlie Kirk is continuing. In fact, the stadium just behind us here expected to be full to the point that they are already planning to use at least one other venue as part of that memorial. Tens of thousands will be here to honor the conservative influencer and activist after his assassination in Utah. At his headquarters, Turning Point USA, here in the Phoenix area, a huge memorial, balloons, flowers, placards, pictures, people showing up, many mourning, many in tears as they remember a man that was important to them and are expected to be a part of the process here over the weekend. It's something that's going to continue for quite some time. We do know at this point that Kirk's widow has been selected by the board of Turning Point to take his place and to run that organization, which is one that is very important to Republican lawmakers across the country. In fact, many say Kirk was instrumental in getting Donald Trump reelected to the White House. He will be a part of the group of dignitaries that will be at the memorial here in the Phoenix area. He is expected to posthumously honor Kirk with the Medal of Freedom. And again, tens of thousands expected to be a part of the memorial here. That is the very latest from just outside State Farm Stadium where that memorial will be held. I'm Jay Gray, NBC News.
Thank you very much, Jay, for that report. We now turn to your weather forecast. We've got lots of sunshine out there right now, and as we make our way through the next few days, we're going to hang on to a lot of that sunshine. Good day for boating. 86 degrees right now along the Neuse River in New Bern. Comes with an easterly breeze at about 8 miles an hour. Dew point down in the mid 60s. Again, feeling quite comfortable. Feels like 88 degrees. Along the Intercoastal Waterway in Morehead City, 79 degrees, southeasterly winds at 8 miles an hour. Overall, again, very comfortable outside as your feels like temperature sitting at a mild 82 degrees. Washington right now feels like 86 despite an air temperature of 87. Right now, northerly winds coming in at about 3 miles an hour. Dew points down right now in Washington, down at around a flat 60-degree reading. Now, current air temperatures around the east, again, quite a bit warmer than where we were yesterday. In fact, we've got a 90-degree reading right now in Kinston, 91 in Rocky Mount, and we've got 88 showing up in Roanoke Rapids, Williamston, Greenville, Goldsboro, and Kenansville. As you get closer to the water, you are again looking at some cooler temperatures, but moving forward through the next several days, we will likely maintain at least air temperatures in the mid-80s. Maybe not quite as toasty as where we're at right now, but we will again certainly see air temperatures near our seasonal average under mostly sunny skies coming up again for tomorrow. Right now, winds are light, blowing in at about 4 to 8 miles an hour. It will stay light as we head through the evening hours. 86 degrees by the time we reach 6 p.m., 81 by 7, down to 71 degrees by the time we hit 10 p.m. That temperature drop will help push our air temps all the way down into the low 60s by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. From there, it's a rise, a race really right back on up into the mid, possibly upper 80s. Right now, we're looking more 84, 85, 86 degrees, depending, of course, on your location. But some of us, again, may get a touch warmer. Now, as far as your full forecast across the southeastern United States, high pressure is going to do a great job of keeping us sunny for, again, today and tomorrow. As we head into Sunday, that high is going to start to move out of the east, and that will allow for a little bit more cloud cover to try to work its way into the forecast coming in on Sunday. Now, I do think we will remain mostly sunny to partly sunny there on Sunday, but you will notice more cloud cover over the tail end of the weekend than what you'll see to begin the weekend. As far as what we've got moving forward over your next 8 days, again, air temperatures will come up and down a little bit, but again, holding within the 80s until we get to next Saturday, where some cooler air is expected to roll in after a cold front finally clears the coast. The front's expected to move into the east early on, really next Thursday, but then it will kind of linger. It will stall over eastern North Carolina, giving us a better chance of perpetual rain for your not just Thursday, but Friday and Saturday as well. And that will help bring air temperatures down as we head through the end of next week and into the following weekend. That's all we have time for today's 3 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful Friday.